All right. So for those of you who don't know me, I've probably come across most of you because I am in the same team as Denise, and I think it's Denise's and my customers here tonight. So, but my name is Mandy. I am a consultant. I haven't been a consultant as long as Denise, but on the 29th of this month, it will be 10 years. So I'll never catch up with Denise, but I'm getting there. And we have a lot of fun. And I'm going to give it a little plug for our team just at the moment because we have a couple of awesome opportunities. If you are a TM6 owner and you would like to earn one of those beautiful, sexy TM7s, you can join the team by the end of April and earn one with 6 sales whilst being paid commission. So that is incredible. If you're not a TM6 owner, you can earn a TM6 with 3 sales. Again, you need to join by that in that time frame. But talk to I've got Jenny on board here. The rest of the other customers at the moment are yours, but talk to Denise if she's your consultant, or if you want to hear any more from me, if you're my customer, then please sing out. But I had to put that one in because I've got so many excited people about it. And perhaps if you don't know, you can't get excited about it. So what I'm going to do, first of all, if you have a Cookidoo app on your phone, which is, I've tried to get this up so it looks all right on here, and it's really hard. But if you have got it, can you just update or make sure you're updated, because it does, the picture now is of a TM7. I'll see if I can actually get it to show us that. It's really hard to see, but you can sort of just see there's a TM7 there somewhere. I don't know, it's really hard when you're trying to put a phone up against a computer screen. But if you can get that updating, if you're not using your phone, that would be awesome. And I am going to go straight into sharing my screen. And we'll have a look at the new Cookidoo. All right. Okay. All right. So I don't know if anyone's had a bit of a look at this, but it does look quite different. I've had a couple of people say, I'm not so sure about it, and I'll tell you why further on. But I actually really like it. It's so clean, and it's actually very user-friendly. So what we'll just go through, and I don't know, if you want to pop any questions in the chat, please do. Are you all Cookidoo users at the moment? That would be a really good thing. I know Jenny is. If I'm going to assume that you are, all right, but we will sort of be running through it as we go along. All right, so the new Cookidoo, this is your homepage. Now, the thing on the homepage, you can click straight into looking at different categories of meals, and you can go down here. This shows you can actually go on here and have a bit of a look at the new Cookidoo and read what's new in there. You can also, it's got some favorites here. Obviously all chocolate by the looks of it. I'm sure I looked on there earlier in the day and it was different things showing. So it changes all the time. If you haven't seen it, this cafe style muffins collection is really quite awesome, except for me, the muffins are a little large, so I won't make them that big. But there's so many different things to look at on here. Easter around the world. You can go in and you can check out recipes there. There's a whole thing on women's health and nourishment. And there are tutorials as well. And there's also tips, ingredient spotlights, etc., etc. So there is an awful lot to look at on that front home page. So don't just go start searching. If you've got a little bit of time, it's worth scrolling down, looking at going through some of those tips and things as well. Now, something else that has changed, we used to have a little hat, chef's hat, up on the right-hand side, and that's where we accessed our account. Now, everything is like it is if you have a TM6 and you're looking at Cookidoo on there. Then we've got the hamburger, as I call it, on the top left-hand side, and we now have the same with our Cookidoo. So it's through here that you access other pages of your Cookidoo account. So if you want to check your profile out, you click on there and you look at your profile. And this is where you can actually update your filter preferences too. So you can go in here, you can tick the accessories that you have, and you can decide what filters you want. these are the filters that I have set up. So all you do is click on your update filter and select these filters. The reason I do this is because I do have a TM6. When my TM7 arrives, there'll be TM7 there as well. And I want anything in the English language, and I want it from all around the world. So those are the filters that I have chosen. But you can, if you have another language that you speak, you can absolutely add that as well. All right. Now, the other thing about your accounts, what we used to see when we went in the chef's hat, was a bit more about your account. And that has now moved down here, so it is a separate tab. And this is where your subscription is. So you can, this is where you would update your subscription, because I am on the website, not the app. All right, and that's where you update your subscription. It tells you when it's going to expire, and you can put in your own your credit card details here, so it automatically renews. If you, for some reason, get a voucher for Cookidoo, you can pop it in there. And these are just collections which I bought before Cookidoo. I think when we had was TM5, we could buy particular collections. All right, let's get out of there though. So there is there's also your devices though. Actually, that's important too. So you just need to, whatever devices you've got your Cookidoo set up to, they are listed here. All right, let's go back to Explore, which is our front page here. So you know I said about the filters. Now, if you remember, my filters were I had English and TM6. All right. Now, when you use these categories, so say I want to look for a snack, I can click on here and that's going to take me straight through to snacks. What I have noticed though is that my filters are different. I've just got Australia showing up here. So I'm going to see if I can find any more about that. If there's a way that we can change that, but just be mindful that I'm only seeing recipes at the moment that are in Australia. If I want to, I can go into my filters here and I can come down here. We'll look at those a little bit later on, and I can add other countries. So the other countries generally I would add would be down the bottom, of course, United States and the United Kingdom. So that's just something I want you to be aware of, that your normal filters are not set up there when you click through. I'm going to get rid of those two because there was one on there I wanted to show you because I made it the other day and it was awesome. This. If you haven't made that, that is really spectacular and it's really easy to make. So just bear that one in mind, okay? So back on our Explore page, you've got all these different things that you can explore. Or you can go in here and go, right, I want to look for a curry. And here we are. And can you see I've got my filters here? The ones that I selected in my account are here. So you can have a look. Let's look at the Sri Lankan red beef curry. You can click on there. And I'm just going to move you guys away a little bit so I can see everything. So we've got the normal things. We've got the prep time, the total time, etc., etc. Portion sizes. And you can see though that your ingredients, that's got a different look. So it actually gives you pictures of all the ingredients in there as well. You can share this recipe on Facebook. You can share it via WhatsApp. You can share it via email. All right, so you do that way. A really nice thing that we used to have and we lost is you can add a note. Now this note is only visible for you. So even if you share it, I'm pretty sure it will only be visible to you, but you might find there's a recipe that you love, but there's something that you want to change an ingredient. You can pop that in here and confirm, and it will always be there when you come to that recipe. So that's a really cool thing that they have added back. From here, like on your TM6, and also you will have known probably from your Cookidoo before, we've got 3 dots. 3 dots means that you can access something from there. So if I click on the 3 dots, that's where it's going to give me options to add to a recipe list, to my week, to my shopping list, or to created recipes. Now, created recipes are the recipes that I can put this in here and I can adapt it that way. But I've got the notes now too. So that's pretty easy thing to do. Or you can upload recipes from the Thermomix recipe community and add them to your created recipes. But if I want to add it to a recipe list, I can come here. I'm just going to, I think I've got, I don't know how many curries lists down here. I'll just go down here. I'm just going to put curries there. Okay. And I can obviously go, I want to add it to my shopping list. Okay. Now, just going to come out of there, go back. All right. So, I can create any amount of lists or whatever I want. But I would put the curry filter in there and just add the curries I want to my curry list. Okay. Oh, hang on to the chat. Question. Oh, yes, you love Cookidoo. Thanks, Tamara. All right. So if I go back to the menu, I can go to my recipes. Now, if you normally use the app, then this is usually at the bottom of your app, and it used to be along the top of the website, but now it all comes from our little menu up here on the top left-hand side. Now, what you'll see is I've got my bookmarks, and here are my bookmarks. Best not to have too many bookmarks because otherwise you spend your whole time searching for a recipe. So the best thing to do is to create lists, and this is something that has changed. So it is called, instead of called a recipe collection, it's called a recipe list, and it is one of your recipe lists. But before we go there, I have some saved collections, and so if I click on these are all whole Cookidoo collections which I have saved, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But they're my saved collections. See, I saved the cafe style muffins because I thought there was some pretty good looking ones in there. So easy to find if I want to have a go at one of those. All right, and then my recipe lists. Now you'll need to drag this little bar down here to find your recipe lists, but here they are, all down here. So if I just go into breakfast, here are all, it's a whole lot of breakfast ideas that I've collected there to have a go at times, at some point in time. Okay, everyone with me? Please post in the chat if I'm going too fast or you don't understand anything. All right, so that was our recipe. So that's my my recipe. So that was, sorry, hang on, the profile. I just want to go menu. Yep, so that's under my recipes there. Then I can go into my week. And there are two views for my week. So I saw this, one of the recipe developers over in Perth posted this on her page. I thought I'd try that during the week. And we actually had spicy coriander prawns with zucchini zoodles for dinner because I had coriander that needed using up. So you can view this two ways. What I love about this view is I might have made a recipe, a week ago, and I can actually go, but I've forgotten what it was, but I know it was a really good recipe. I can go back and I can look at what I was making last week. Okay. The other way you can view is this way. And that is you just see forward, so you can't see back. And it doesn't matter what it's your personal preference. But I'm actually quite liking this one. And this is the way you'll actually see it on your TM6. So this is how your week is now displayed on your TM6. And what you do on your TM6 is you will click in. It doesn't quite come up that way. You then have to click again, and then you're ready to cook. All right. All right. So that's my recipes, my week shopping list. Again, this is what one of my customers said. She didn't like this. She felt it was taking up too much space having all the pictures. But as somebody else said, it's just making it more inclusive and make it easier for some people to follow. So I think that's a really nice way of looking at it. So always with your recipe, with your list, you can look by category and you can look by recipe. So these are not my bliss balls, my hairdresser's bliss balls, which she's doing a bit of developing of bliss balls, and they are seriously good. If you like ginger, they're really wonderful. So here we are. Here, that's that Sri Lankan red curry I put in before. And all you do, as always, is I've got peppercorns, I've got cardamom pods, I've got cloves, I've got cinnamon sticks, etc., etc. So whatever you've got, you click off. And then I don't know how you guys do it, but I generally just take that on my phone on the app and shop. And as I put things in my, usually shop by category, once that's in my shopping basket, I click it off. Yeah. However, you also on the website have the option here of sharing it. So you'd have to copy and paste that into an email if you do it that way. All right. Or you can print it, but it's an awful lot easier on the app. But if that's the way you want to do it, that's absolutely fine. And you can still just order your ingredients. It goes to Woolworths online, and from there you can select, right, you might go Cadbury's dark baking chocolate chips. You might not want those. You might want Nestle. So, but no, but they're double the price. So maybe we won't. We'll stick with Cadbury, but you can go in there and you can change things around to whatever you decide you want. All right, then you can add it to your Woolworths cart. You can do click and collect, or you can have them delivered to your door.
And Mandy,
Yes.
see in that Woolworths app there, they have all the photos of their products, right? So it's very industry standard to have the photo of the food. And what I also love about this in the ingredients list is if you choose an international recipe, you've got a chance of actually recognizing what that ingredient is. So it shows the picture with the Italian name or whatever it is. And so I can go, oh my gosh, that's celery, right? Because I can see that the picture is celery. Even though
That's a really good point, Denise. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Yeah, cool. All right. Okay. So I think I'm going to stop sharing for a minute because I want to know if that's made sense to you guys. All right. Is there anybody got any questions at all? It's a pretty quick overview. I will actually show you. Do you know how to find collections of recipes to save? Anybody? Anybody want to learn that?
I'd say we show it. Let's show it.
Yep, let's show it. Okay.
Yep.
So I'll go back in. All right. So I'm going to come back here. I'm going to go to explore. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go curry. I'm then actually going to delete curry. And I don't know if this is the way that you do it, Denise, but I've found this is the way that works for me best. I'm going to go filters. So you can go, sorry, before I do that, I'll just show you. So you can go, these are all in recipe in English anyway. You can go just from recipes to collections. Okay. But as Denise commented before, we might get a whole lot of things in foreign languages, all right? So that's okay. But and you can use Google Translate. But what I prefer to do is do it this way. So I update my filters. I've got English there. And I just put those countries in like I showed before, all right? So we've got English. I'm going to go Australia, because I know all the recipes in Australia are in English. Okay, I'm going to go United Kingdom and United States. And then I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to change it to collections, because all my recipes now will be in English. The whole collections will be in English. And you know what? I sent out a newsletter yesterday and I put in the new collections, and 3 are new for today. So so this is a brand new one, all about the TM7, which is pretty cool. Some TM7 recipes. Looks like it's a bit like a demo collection. And then these two are both new as well from yesterday. Now, if you don't know where they're from, so there are little if you're interested to know which country they're from, there are little tips. So you can, if you scroll down here, that actually says 40 grams. I'm tipping this is probably from the UK, but if it's in grams, it's either from Australia or the United Kingdom. Here it is. It's in the United Kingdom. All right. I know there's a recipe, there's a collection back here which this applies to. This one is actually from the US. And the way you know that is, I'm pretty sure it is. I'm going to prove myself wrong. I know here it is. There we go. The ingredients are in ounces. But if you've got a TM6 or a TM7 when they arrive, that doesn't matter at all because, or a TM5, because the ingredients you just weigh in, it will come up as ounces on the screen of your Thermomix. Okay. Now, the other thing I just wanted to mention, if you do have the app, there are a couple of things you can do on the app. And a couple of them have changed. Now, as I said, I don't think I'm going to be able to show you the app terribly well because it's just, but I'm going to explain it to you. All right. So if you have the app and you have updated it, could you please open it? Just look at any recipe and click into the recipe. And what we used to have at the top right-hand side of the page was one of those little things that you could use to share a recipe. And that's gone. So what you do now is if you scroll down and you hit the 3 dots, it's an option there to share the recipe. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah, cool. The other thing on there is you can still add, if you wanted to, you can go down there. Actually, I've got spiced Moroccan lentil soup, so I was looking that up for Jenny. That actually has option to change your serving sizes too, which we've got that scaling on some recipes. And the other thing down the bottom is you can also add notes in the app. It's not just on the website. Okay, so you can add your own notes to the recipe down the bottom. And the other thing I want to show you on here, because when I went into my recipes and I was looking at my collections, they were not in alphabetical order. And the way I always find my collections is in alphabetical order. So that totally threw me. I was trying to find some recipes and I couldn't. But if you click into my recipes and stay near the top, and again, I don't think you'll be able to see it, I'm sorry. You've got my recipes at the top of the page, and then you've got a search bar, and to the right of that, you've got an arrow. You've got one going up and one going down. If you click on that, it will say sort recipe list, and you can do it by A to Z or the date that you created the recipe list. If you're anything like me, it's got to be A to Z because that's the only way I could find it. Okay. All right, that's really the new Look Cookidoo. So if anyone's got any questions, I am happy to open it up. I'm going to remove the spotlight. And if anyone wants to ask anything, please come off mute and ask. Or if there's anything that you would like to add or any comments you've got, please talk. Anything else you can think of, Denise?
I think we should just all come off mute and experiment, each finding a recipe that that we like, that our families would like. And I bet you will all do it different ways.
Yeah, true. Okay. All right.
And we can learn from each other.
Okay.
Alrighty. How about Tamara? Tamara, are you available to give us an example of a recipe that your family would like?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah. We're just looking for examples of recipes that a family would like that we could all try and find using our different filters, searches, and whatevers. Give us some experience on Cookidoo.
Something that your family would like tomorrow.
Yeah, something that you would like.
Well, I'm dairy-free and gluten-free, so our recipes are always try to be FODMAP friendly and gluten-free, dairy-free. So I normally put that in first and see what I come up with. But the kids love a good mashed potato, I think, the last one.
Actually come back in here so you can see. And so what hang on. Yeah, sorry. So what Tamara's saying is mashed mashed potatoes. But what she's doing is she's going into her filters here and she might have them set anyway, but let's just go down here and she's going to go tags, gluten-free and dairy-free. Come on. Okay. 4 results. And I guess FODMAP wise, you just substitute whatever you need to substitute tomorrow. Yeah. You there?
Oh, we can't hear her.
Anyway, so let's just have a quick look. Classic mashed potato. So milk. Could use coconut milk. You could use any milk, almond milk, whatever. I don't know what Tamara uses. She might be able to tell us in a minute. Butter, you can use margarine.
Yep.
And that's all. We don't really have to worry FODMAPy about any of that. Yeah. Anybody else got a recipe? Mel, talk to us about a recipe. Get you're on mute. Take yourself off mute. So Mel's vegetarian, but she's catering for people who eat meat. Can you find your way off mute? Probably bottom left-hand corner. Oh, the other thing, Mel. Oh no, she's still there. I just want to know your volume's not going to help because you are on. Oh, there we are.
Yeah, found it.
Yeah.
Let's see. What about vegetarian curry?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's go look. And how would you look for that? You just put that in the search bar?
That's what I generally do, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let's go in. Spelled vegetarian wrong anyway, but is there anyone? Hang on, maybe I should spell it properly. That's what happens when you hang on. I've just got all confused. Vegetarian. No,
an A. Perfect.
Oh my gosh, it is 8:30 at night.
I know, that's all good.
Yeah. Is there anyone that is your particular favorite?
You know what? I made one the other day and I had just a tandoori one. It was so nice.
Oh yeah, yum. Actually, that looks really good.
It's not too bad, but no.
And that one, I don't know if anybody's tried but you can get these bundt tins from the mix shop. And there are 2 different sizes, but they can fit in the Varoma. So where you might have seen at some demos where we've done the creamy coconut chicken curry with cauliflower rice, you can make that same recipe, but you have rice cooking in the bundt tin in the Varoma instead of the coconut the cauliflower rice.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So but it would be in there longer than the cauliflower rice is, but yeah.
And another way of doing that, Mandy, is
Yeah.
using the filters again. So you could just write your curry, in the search bar.
Yeah.
And then go into filters and select the vegetarian tab.
Yes.
The tag. Oh, and you could even go main meals vegetarian.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's where I found the one I was looking for was the tandoori cauliflower with red lentil. It's so good.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to have a look at that one in a minute. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's a good example of using the filters too.
And then also, if you had, a lot of lentils there or pumpkin, you could add that in as an ingredient, and then it'll bring up all of the the curries that have that as an ingredient.
That's a good idea.
So you can really hone down to what you're looking for with the ingredients that you have on hand.
There's probably, I mean, we put main dishes. So if I take main dishes out, we might get more. Yeah. So there's and I'm sure there's more. I mean, there's soups and things as well with and we've got curry on there. Yeah, I take out curry. We just have lentils. We've got 13 results for lentils. Well, I'm sure there's more than that.
There is, and it's missing the tandoori cauliflower one.
Yeah, I'm going to have a look for that because it sounds really yummy. That one?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
It's so
spectacular.
good.
Yeah, cool. All right. I'm
Mm.
gonna add it to my week, and it'll sit there, and one day I move it along. I don't not actually I won't make it this week, it'll be next week. There we go. And then I remember it.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else want to pick a recipe? Athena, anything you want to pick up? Any recipe? Can't hear you. You're on mute. No? Bottom left-hand corner. Can't find it.
Tell her to click her photo and it'll come.
Oh. So click your photo apparently, or your picture. Yeah. Wave over your picture.
Oh, jeez.
Your mouse. With your mouse. It's all right, don't worry. Ingrid, have you got a recipe?
Yeah, well, I love the zucchini slice, the new one. You know,
Oh, the zucchini and cheddar slice?
yeah, it's beautiful with the
Yes.
spinach as well. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I don't know if I'm on or off. Am I? You can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Wonderful.
That is actually that one zucchini cheddar
That
slice.
one. I
Yes.
love it. Yeah,
That's
I took it
bookmarked
to
because
some
I make that a
people.
lot.
Yeah.
And the thing I do with that, just you know, in case it's of any use to you, is I don't make it as a big slice. I make it as individual portions. So either square or round, like in muffin tins.
All right. Okay.
And then freeze it. And then I've got lunch.
Wonderful. Because it is absolutely beautiful, much
I-
better than the previous recipe.
I totally agree. And the other thing I find is I tend to use whatever's in the fridge. So it's based on this, but you know, if I've got red capsicum that needs using up, that goes in. Sometimes I will put in, 'cause I think, does this one have bacon in it as well? I can't remember.
No, it does, but I don't
Yes.
use bacon, so I shouldn't say that. I use a soup cube just to give it taste. I don't make that
Right.
my own, yeah. But to give it
does
taste,
need
because I
salt.
don't eat bacon.
Yeah, that does need salt. So you do need something in there. So
You
sometimes
you can put a little bit. I have done it with a bit of smoked salmon.
Yes,
cut up
absolutely.
smoked salmon. Yeah,
Yep, I've done it with tinned tuna and I've done it with feta cheese as well.
right.
We could use some stock paste as well.
Yeah,
Bit of
exactly.
feta cheese in.
And the other thing I made a little while ago was the Israeli couscous salad. That was just beautiful.
Okay.
I'm not really good at all this, I must be honest. I need another lesson. Yeah, that's it. That's
Yeah.
it. Beautiful. Absolutely
that looks really good.
magnificent. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lovely lunch to give people.
Yeah, yeah. I'll show you a really nice salad that I made a couple of weeks ago. Where was that? See what I've been eating for the last few weeks. I actually cook. I've got a few customers that not Thermomix customers, other customers who I cook with. So that's why sometimes there's a lot of stuff in here.
Well, you can come and cook with me if you want. Gladly welcome.
Chocolate love cake. If you haven't made that, that is divine. Don't bother with the Turkish delight, but the chocolate love cake is spectacular. Now there's an eggplant and oh this one. That is really delicious.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, aubergine and lentil salad. I'll write that one down.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's a goodie.
yeah. And I love also, and just a second, the traffic.
Yeah, the 5-second traffic light salad.
It's wonderful.
It
quick,
is, isn't it?
And delicious. Yeah.
So good.
There we go. Yeah, super easy. All the colors of the rainbow. Not
Looks
missing out on anything.
magnificent. I'm
Yeah.
not so good with the fish. I don't know. Is there any good salmon recipe that you can give me that really works?
Well, feel free to jump in, Denise, but I have made a salmon collection because we've got a lot of salmon in our freezer somewhere down here. So I haven't made all of these, okay, but now there's a really, do you like poke bowls?
Love it.
Okay, that one is not as good as another one, which I'm not sure if I put in here or not. Yeah, the teriyaki salmon bowl is really good.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. And what else have I made in here? Oh, the braised cabbage and leek with steamed salmon goes down really well as well.
Okay. Braised salmon with leek. Okay.
Yep. That teriyaki salmon with edamame and cucumber is also a really good poke bowl.
Okay. Beautiful.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. Do you have the spiralizer?
I don't now. Is it available? We can
It
get
is
it now
available.
without doing.
Yes. Have you got a Thermomix cutter?
Yes.
Okay. Well, the spiralizer, you can just get that attachment. That salmon, it's Adam Liao. He did it. It's his recipe and it's really good.
Oh, beautiful. That looks magnificent.
It is. It is really
Okay.
nice. Yeah.
Wonderful.
So there you go. That'll keep you going. Try a few of those, and then you can ask Denise for more ideas.
Thank you so much. Can you see me? Can you see me?
No, we can't see you.
I don't know why. I don't know how to
Can
do
we hear
all this
you?
stuff. Oh,
Are you on your laptop? Are you on
no,
your
on
iPad?
iPad. Yeah. Doesn't matter. I don't
It's all
look
right.
great. It's
It's
fine.
okay.
I can see you. That's the main thing.
That's
You're looking good.
Anybody else got anything else they want to go through or any questions?
Oh
What
yeah.
about Candice?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Ingrid, you go.
Can I ask you one more thing? My
Mhm.
little grandchildren want to make challah, which is the
Yeah.
bread that you have on Friday nights. Do you
Yep.
know of a good recipe?
There's definitely some on Cookidoo. I know that much.
I have seen them. They look quite different. You know, like there's one simple one and one more complex. Has anybody made it who's tuned in?
I don't think so. Not my customers anyway.
Okay.
So
I'll
I
give it a
I
go.
don't know, but I do know that people do make it. I had a lady who made it on a regular basis, but I don't know which one she made. I'm sorry.
Not to worry. I will go
Mm.
through that because my grandchildren just love the machine. Let's do
Yeah.
the Thermomix. It's wonderful.
Yeah, that's
It's
awesome.
just marvelous. And
Yeah.
then I say, oh, we've put in too much. They say, don't worry, it's the Thermomix. It'll work. One's 4 and one's 7. Beautiful.
Oh, that's great. Denise, did you have something you wanted to add?
Yeah, I had a great question from my daughter last night, and we didn't get to sort of looking it all up, but she's about to start work placements for her speech
Yeah.
pathology final year. And she said, Mum, we're going to need some healthy snacks. So I
Yes.
said, oh, okay, let's, put aside some time and see what we can, find. So it's a bit broad, but, there are probably a few different ways one could approach that.
Absolutely. I'm just trying to see what I've got. Oh, there's bliss balls.
Mm.
There's a heap of those. That's my bliss ball collection. So there's a heap of those. And I think I've got something. Mel, you can substitute the peas. I saw your thing. What am I looking at? Snacks.
What would you substitute them for?
Well, are you okay? I've forgotten. Are you dairy free?
No,
No, you're not. So you could put anything in there. Honestly, you could put corn in there if you want it. You can put as I said, any capsicum chopped up or beans or whatever.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Right?
Thanks.
Whatever takes your fancy. I don't know if I've actually got snacks.
There is a snack category.
Yes, yeah. So I was just looking at see if I'd actually made a snack collection, but I obviously haven't. So let's go back to explore snacks. There you are. You can whip this up for a.
Oh yeah. Oh, it should be so popular.
I sure would. It's so good. So we had Michelle and her husband Nick round for dinner, and I had to find things that they might not have ever had before. You should have seen them hoe into that one. It was really good.
That's a great challenge.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. There's lots of things. And I don't know, sausage rolls wise, I don't know if anyone's made vegetarian sausage rolls.
No.
But
No.
I actually don't like the vegetarian sausage rolls because they actually use I'll get it one day. Vegetarian. Why can't I do this? Vegetarian sausage rolls. Oh, well, that's really helpful, isn't it? Snacks. We'll take that out for a minute. These ones. And the reason that I'm not that fond about these ones is it's personal preference, okay? But it's breadcrumbs and rolled oats, and there's actually not a lot of vegetables in there. And I would rather have my nutrition in vegetables rather than there. So the ones that I make are these, and they're excellent snacks and excellent lunches, Denise. Have you made those before?
No, I haven't, but I have made Kumara cake
Oh, yes.
before. So
Yeah.
I would give that a go. Yeah,
They are delicious, and they've got harissa in them. But if you don't have harissa, then, you know, red curry paste or something like that will definitely do the trick.
Oh, yum. Yep. Okay, great. I'm putting that
So
in my
they're really
list.
good. And the other ones that are actually meat ones, these Thai chicken sausage rolls, they're really good as well. Anyway, that's a couple of ideas. And we can just put snacks in here. Hang on, yes, snacks in there. And we can filters, and we can just go, let's get rid of, hang on. Let's get rid of Australia. See what everything will come up then. But if we go down here, we can come down and we can go
English.
There we go. So it depends what sort of snacks she wants. And I'm more than happy to send you my hairdresser's bliss balls, which are absolutely divine.
Oh, good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a whole heap of stuff in there. Right. Anything else anybody wants to look for, or got any questions, or are you happy to go away and play?
Definitely.
Yeah, good. Thanks, Mel.
Thank
for
you
coming.
so much. Thank you so much.
No, it was good.
Pleasure. Thanks for coming. Thanks, Athena. Thanks, Jenny. Thanks, Tamara. Oh, Tamara, you said something tell us about the spiralizer. Yeah. So the spiralizer, sorry, I will go back in quickly.
Yeah, let's have a look at that collection, those collections.
Yeah. So hang on, filters. So I want. I don't know. Is this how you do this to find collections, Denise, or do you do it differently?
Oh, I just go straight from the top.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't want to come across a whole lot of recipes I can't read. All right. So then I'm going to go here, collections, and we're going to go. All right. So, yeah, we had zoodles tonight. So there are a whole lot of, so they've got TM5, TM6. If you're a TM5 owner, it is speed 4 when you're using the spiralizer. We'll just click into here, just give you a bit of an idea. We've got 19 recipes here. Prawn and lemon zoodles, zoodles carbonara. That's really nice. I've had that one. What else have I had? That's that Adam Liao recipe. I've had that years ago, actually. I tried making these, and certainly you can make them, but I think you're better off with an air fryer. I'm not a big. I tried baking them in the oven, but they didn't really work too well. And I'm not someone who likes to stick everything in a whole heap of oil. So
So just to explain, there are two different blades.
Yes.
And they give two very different outcomes.
Yep.
So that one, Mandy, that you were just talking about, the spicy chips on a stick, it creates a ribbon-like effect. And then
that's another one that's got the ribbons in it.
That you can see there. Oh, and that pizza, if you go to the right of that, I've made that. That looks stunning when you make it.
It does.
Absolutely beautiful with that, and you can see very easily they're
That's
those
the ribbons.
spiralized ones. But then the other blade in the spiralizer creates basically a zoodle effect.
Yeah.
So, you know, and you can see it in that bolognese there. They basically come out like spaghettis.
Yeah, and I made this one. That's really good, actually, because, you know, sometimes you don't want a bun which is bread. So that's an option. And the other thing that we do is actually just big mushrooms instead of buns, but we don't spiralize those. Yeah, and there's your lentil bolognese. So yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it's a low carb option. It's healthy. Again, for me, I don't know if any of you've come across Jo Whitten from Quirky Cooking, but I've done a couple of cooking classes, helped her at a couple of cooking classes, and her big thing is she always asks herself, how can I add more nutrition to the recipe? So to me, I'm going to add more veggies and less other stuff.
Mm.
So that's a good way of doing it.
Right.
All right, ladies. Thank you so much for coming along.
Maggie, there's one other thing we probably should advertise, which is that new announcement about the mix shop voucher for hosts.
Oh,
That's
yes,
only until
you
the end of
can
the
do
month.
that bit.
That only came on like a couple of days ago.
Yes.
So yeah, so anyone who wants to post a demo before, I think it's before the end of the month. So it's just a like a 2.5 week promotion that hosts as well as Host Rewards can also get a $50 voucher straight up in the mix shop. So that gets you a fair way to a spiralizer. Whoever doesn't have one there tomorrow or anybody else. And we've got
me last month.
Pardon? Oh yeah,
Mel hosted for me last month.
Was a host reward last month. But we've got such amazing offers this month, don't we? Like anyone who has any friends who might have been thinking about a Thermomix, my gosh, you want to get them in front of one now to evaluate it, because the TM6 is in a run out mode with a massive offer on it, a bigger offer than we've ever offered ever before, like $1,000 of freebies. But as well, they still have an option of a pre-sale TM7. So, all the early adopters are going that way. And the tried and true people are often going with the big value offer on the TM6. So they are both on offer at the moment. And it's a very unique thing because we usually only have one option of a machine at a time. So but once every 6 or 7 years, we have a little crossover where we have 2 machines. And this is one of those very small, amazing windows of time.
And just to reiterate too, great way to earn one. Come on board. Honestly, 3 sales for a TM6 if you don't have one is incredible. And I was actually talking to someone, sent out a newsletter yesterday, and I think it was yesterday. I've lost track of time. It was.
Yeah.
And thank you. And I got someone come back to me, oh, that is so tempting. And she's got a TM6 and I think she's going to sign up to earn a TM7.
Yeah. Oh, amazing.
So,
That's incredible. And 36 months interest free, to boot as well on the TM6 sale. So yeah, there's so much going on in the Thermomix world at the moment. It's very exciting since Vorwerk have taken over the license in Australia. So, we are now working directly with the manufacturer rather than through a distributor. And it means that there's a lot of exciting things, happening for Thermomix in Australia and New Zealand. So anyway, so any questions, just ask us. And Mandy, you've been amazing tonight. Thank you so much for putting this on and for letting other people join.
Oh, pleasure. Absolute pleasure.
Thank you, Mandy.
That's good. Pleasure. All right. I'm going to stop recording anyway. Oh, if I can find out where
Will we be getting a recording for people who haven't seen it? If they couldn't, because we were only told quite late.